No, it's just that I really want to make something that's like a creative writing show that I have guests on. Maybe I edit their stuff, maybe I critique their stuff, and everybody learns something from it, and people buy more of our books. What do you think?
I like it.
Do you got any ideas for names?
Uh, edit tutorial. Edit tutorial.
That is so lame. That is the lamest
Super.
name I could possibly think of.
No, it's not.
It's
Edit.
not a show about nothing. Okay. It's
Edit nights with Mark is the lamest name I can think of.
no, that's dumb too. I was thinking the creative writing experience.
That's super lame. That sounds like a sandwich.
Creative writing for the hearing impaired. But then people
No,
who
no.
actually have problems with their ears would be upset.
Wow, you got really somber. How about creative writing for the blind?
Show me the match trick again.
I mean,
I'll think of something.
the match.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Go
gonna
back on
pull it.
screen. Show me the match trick. We're gonna do this thing.
It's not a trick. It's just a match.
Well, hopefully by the end of the episode, after the match trick,
It's not a trick.
we have a title for the show, so we can tell people. That's what we would be telling people right now.
How about match made in chairs?
That tells nothing about the show.
Oh, is that what my goal is?
Did you put that out in your mouth?
Yes.
All right, everybody. Regardless of not having a title for the show, now that I've seen the match trick, everything's cool. I'm ready to proceed. My name is Mark DiCrupo, and this is a little tutorial, some kind of tutorial. I'm going to be live editing A.M. Hounchell's letters, 2 of them. I've already done a bunch of his letters, and I called to complain about it earlier. And
More like wine.
he agreed that he was going to change his ways, and he's going to do
Still.
more editing in the future, self-editing, which is important. But I decided, I was sitting there editing his letters, editing other people's letters, and I decided what would be wonderful if he could see what I was doing, So without further ado, we don't have a title for the show yet, but that's okay. We'll think of something clever. We're very, very creative people. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you and Mr. Hounchell.
It was whining. You were whining. That's what happened.
I probably was. So you can see this, Alex? You can see my screen?
Oh, yes. I sure can.
Okay. So now, this is an abnormal letter in that he decided to have everything in the postscript. So everything is after the PS. The letter it said, F you, sir, which, Alex, who is our main source of income right now? Who's our biggest fans?
People who read. Old ladies. Really sweet old ladies who make pie. I don't know.
Not old ladies, but older than us. Right?
Sweet British ladies who aren't old.
And we love them, don't we?
We absolutely love them all.
And I don't necessarily want the whole letter to be F you, sir, and not the letters, but the actual words. So first order of business was I changed. So this is Dear James Patterson, I hate you, sir, which is still effective,
Boo.
but not so offensive. Okay, so all this letter is in PS. Now, I've already taken the liberty of doing the first 2 paragraphs, but you won't see them because I'm just going to do redo because I did undo, but it's going to be magical. P.S. Perhaps I hate you is not good enough to explain my disdain about your general existence. Good sentence, bad sentence.
Shouldn't that say, and I hate you?
No, actually, if I pull a little redo, undo, because at some point I go like this. You'll see. We'll come back to that sentence. Let me start by explaining that I once looked up to you because of your Maximum Ride series. Meh. All right. Let me start by explaining is not necessary. So what did I do? Again, I already did this, so I'm just pushing redo right now. I once looked up to you. No comment necessary. Because of your Maximum Ride, italics, series, right? And then I actually went up here. For me, it is something about how your creativity was unchained to the tethers of normality. Cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I also fixed this because I do things out of order. Look at that. Perhaps I hate you is not good enough, right? Not a perhaps I hate you. But I know I
Okay.
had it in there because of what I had before. Okay. Okay, so now we're up in real time. Let's go back to this sentence right here. You dared to write with a female protagonist. Cool. You dared to write stories about characters who could fly. Even cooler. You even wrote about love and romance.
Those are different things.
Yep, nothing wrong there. If it were a for you, possibly. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had the exact set of tools to write a story about the god of love. I knew how flying could be depicted because of you. Little redundant there with the because of you, and if it weren't for you, right? Would you agree, Alex?
Yes.
I know this is painful.
I like how I couldn't put the book he wrote in italics, but I can capitalize God of Love.
I know. I also, okay, cool. I also knew how flying could be depicted. Yeah, okay, fine. Back to the I hate you, as it were.
Uh-huh.
Probably we're going like this. You are a bad person. Is that, can you defend this?
It's like me stuttering, telling him he's a bad person.
We back to the I hate you.
It's like you are a bad person.
What? No.
I told you I didn't say I could defend it well.
Okay. So cool. So I can go like this. I can do this. You are a bad person. Very declarative, strong statement. Okay. I like to think that you're trying to get unknown names in the open by doing your co-authoring BS. Okay. I like to think that you are trying to get unknown names into the open by doing your co-authoring. Again, I'm just making it a little more PC. All right. Nonsense.
You're taking out all the hate.
I'm not taking out all the hate, man. I think when I tell someone that they're this or that is BS compared to it's nonsense.
I
More,
actually want to
what?
I want to make a case on the quotation marks. Those are physical air quotes, sir. I would like them replaced.
Were they double or what? A single?
They were double air quotes.
Double air quotes.
Yeah, it's co-authoring. You can
With
tell
air
from
quotes.
because it's
Do I
not
put them in
co-authoring.
parentheses with air quotes after
Yes,
nonsense? No.
yes, please, with
No
air
one can.
quotes. Yeah,
No one can write a book and a half, a month all year long. What? No one can. No one can
no one
write.
can write a book and a half a month all year long. So he's
Okay.
writing like 1.5 books every month, every year.
To make that more clear, you say per.
Okay.
A book and a half per month all year long, and this Mark, the other Mark, not this Mark, but the other one, will clarify some other things. So, just to be clear for everybody, what I'm doing is first read, edit. Okay, so I'm going to take a second pass through all the letters, and then Mark Schultz is going to be doing the professional pass, right? So after I brought them all to a certain standard, then he knows at least I've taken 2 passes at it. And this stuff like a book and a half per month, if there's like another version of that that'd be better or something like that. Like he'll fix that. So I don't catch everything, just to be clear. I'm not perfect. This is a first pass. I'm trying to get it to a certain level. And all the letters end up at some, at the professional level, but this is the first pass. You said in interviews that you give the co-author an outline, but from my personal stance, that means ... you aren't an author.
Can you put that co-author into air quotes too? Physical air quotes. Because it implies there's some sort of co going on.
You've said in interviews that that you give the co-author an outline, but from my personal stance, comma, that means ... you aren't an author.
Agreed.
Like an author at all, or because he's definitely an author. So the author, in a sense, he's not. You aren't the author.
I think this sentence implies that in these specific situations he isn't an author.
Then it would be the.
Sure.
I get that this is a bold face claim. Bold face. You can see my frustration.
I'm
I
sorry.
get that this is a bold face claim coming from a nobody.
Upset? You would take that comma out? It's a non-physical air comma.
I get this is a bold face claim from a nobody. It's much better than what you had before.
Sure.
Yes. Exactly.
Agreed.
Heck, I can only hope that someday this letter creates tension between us because I'm that popular.
In the future.
That's not what that says.
It says, hopefully someday this letter creates tension between us because I'm that popular. Someday implies the future.
Because I will be that popular.
I would like to point out that someday implies the future.
Yes, but that is in your first sentence.
What's up with that underline under boldface? Should it have one less space or one more dash?
That's stuff that Mark is really good at, but yeah. Because I will be that popular. What is that new thing you're trying now? Bookshots, booklets, mini booklets, mini bookies? The thing where you take your character and put them into a miniature novel? That's called a short story.
He calls them book shots. They're stupid.
Can I put this? Can I put it? I want to put all this in italics. And short story in italics.
It is called a short story. Why is he calling them book shots like he invented it?
Okay, that's called a short story. You're trying to make a lot of money from short stories by rebranding them. It's stupid. I don't care how much money you make. I will never acknowledge the things you think are accomplishments.
I kind of am acknowledging them by mistake.
Yes. That brings us to my last reason for my opening remark. Remember the...
I hate you.
I hate you from the start?
I sure don't.
You went on to ruin my favorite series, doing what all aging writers do. Ending the sentence on do. I'll leave it. You won't.
It is an informal letter that's mostly postscript.
Yes, actually, yes. 98% of the letter is in after the PS.
So, I mean,
you wrote more about the characters long after their story was dead, and you wrapped it up nicely. What's up? Can you tell me? No, you can't.
After. And should say after.
Why?
Yeah,
you could do that.
It's saying that, like, he wrote about their story way after he'd wrapped it up.
And, okay, you wrote, as in what tense?
Pass.
And then you had wrapped. What's that tense? English major.
Past participle.
Okay, do they go together?
No.
Okay, which one are you going to go with on this informal letter postscript?
You wrote more about the characters long after their story was dead.
After you wrapped it up nicely.
And wrapped up nicely.
And
so I mean, I guess I like stopped at the A and or after, depending on how you look at it.
yeah, you get my point, though.
Yes.
This isn't your most egregious.
I hope not. Some of my periods at the end of my sentences have turned into the letter V because it's just closer on the keyboard.
Okay, and then we have a problem here. So you wrote more about the characters long after the story was dead and wrapped up nicely. And you did it at least 6 more times. I really have a problem with this word. What's that? I don't let my students.
Vague. It's vague. It's also it.
How about you use that strategy 6 more times? You
committed that crime. That heinous act of money-making violence.
Do you?
I don't care. It's great.
At least 6 more times.
Thanks.
I tend to do this as well, but not always. You ruined
You ruined the franchises, or your franchises, for money.
How about your own franchise for money?
Fair enough.
Sounds
Oh no, franchises, more than one.
I know it was for money. That's fine. You're arrogant. You are in your own book trailers. Talking about your book instead of literally anything else. You're arrogant. You're arrogant. And then you spell out you are. It drives me nuts, man. Which one?
Yeah, I don't know.
How about you're arrogant and in your own book trailers?
But that yours wrong too. This is just
arrogant.
You know what's going on right now? This is just a witch hunt. You're trying to burn me at the stake right now, it feels like.
No, that's not what it is.
You're lifting the veil on the beautiful things like contractual obligations and being like, look at the crap behind the mirror.
This is why people can't edit themselves.
Because they don't want to be publicly shamed.
If you had edited it yourself better, there would be no public shaming. You'd be private shaming.
It currently is private shaming right now for 10 more minutes, maybe.
You're arrogant and in your own book trailers instead of literally anything else. I hate that sentence. You're arrogant and in your own book trailers.
Look, I wrote this letter when I was mad.
You aren't the only author that's done this, but you are by far the capital felon of it. Ugh. You aren't the only author that's
destroy the whole paragraph. Just melt it down and turn it into coins.
You're arrogant, but I want everyone to know that he's in his own book trailers. I think that is pretty lame.
Like, why is he just sitting there going, I wrote Maximum Ride. Here it is. It's a book. I wrote it with my fingers. Like, could you tell us about the book instead of just going, James Patterson? I'm James Patterson.
How about the capital felon, period? That's better. And you don't need the are by far. You are by far.
You are by far. Here, here.
Your integrity is compromised. Your plots are your own, but written by someone like me.
Unknown.
What does this even suggest?
Taking out the comma? Jeez. Your bots.
Ugh. Someone whose name gets turned microscopic under your huge ego and name.
Give me a
Replace
quick.
name with something. You use name back here. Someone whose name gets turned microscopic under your huge ego and name.
Just change it to ego.
It's called repetition. Killing me with it.
Just make it ego.
Good
Cut
God.
the sentence off at the knees. You don't need legs.
I know how to do that. Okay. I'm the chief knee cutter. At the knee cutter. But hey, like I said before, I'm just a small time author, paid for writing letters for now. Paid for writing letters.
I mean, that sounds clunky, but it's not wrong.
You don't have to listen, and you won't. I don't have to buy your books either. Still, I hate
And
you.
I won't.
Okay, I feel better about that. First pass. Finally got it done. How long did that take? Don't even know. All right. Let's go ahead and check out Dear Donald, shall we? You still there? You're on. I can be apolitical anywhere. Dear Donald, I hear that you finally succeeded in your bid for presidency. Good job. You made your point. Now I would like to make my point. As someone with an English degree, one of my least favorite things about you is your campaign slogan. All good?
I like that.
All good. Gotta throw in my italics. Make America great again. Let's break down every single word in this slogan. First, we'll start with make. Make is an interesting verb because a country isn't made. A country is founded. A country is shaped and molded. It isn't made. To make something is to create it from scratch. Do you need a comment there?
No.
You cannot buy prepackaged cookies and say you made them because you didn't. Thousands of other people. What?
Just destroy it because you didn't. It doesn't make sense. It's implied.
And say you made them. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page here. Literally. Page 17. Thousands of other people touched it before you claim to have made them. Certainly the country is the same. Okay. Who's you in that sentence?
Donald?
So you're telling him he cannot buy prepackaged cookies and say that he made them.
Yeah, and a country is the same.
Okay. You cannot buy prepackaged cookies and say you made them. Because thousands of other people touched it.
Them.
Cookies. Ickish.
Them. Yes,
It.
cookies.
Cookies. It.
Them. Change it to them.
Before you claim to have made them.
Okay, wait. I'm going to take a stance here. The it there in terms of cookies is implying package of cookies. It's a singular package, even though it contains many cookies.
Touch.
It is one package of cookies, regardless of the fact that it's multiple cookies.
It still doesn't sound right in there. So you cannot buy prepackaged cookies and say you made them because thousands of people touched them before.
Yeah.
Touch them already.
Yeah. Also, can you change the in front of country into our?
Where is it?
It's after certainly. At the very bottom of the paragraph.
Oh, certainly our. You mean the next sentence we're about to get to? You're one step ahead of me, just like you're writing, a little bit too fast. Certainly, our country is the same. Good. More interestingly, make is a command. Okay. Adverb, use sparingly. Adverb, choose one.
Between which ones? Oh, certainly. And
Make is
Okay, another thing I'd like to take issue with. That's kind of a pet peeve just of English professors because J.K. Rowling, the highest grossing author ever, is just riddled with adverbs.
Okay, but
And she's British.
does she use them? So certainly, and then the next one, another starting it out with another adverb.
Well, I will open up my Harry Potter books and look.
Not right now.
You can't see me.
Save it. We'll have a whole episode on adverbs if you want. We can have an adverb debate.
Yes, I'd love
The
that.
great adverb debate on video.
I would lovingly debate that with you.
You will have to get your studio together so we can actually see you and you're not just, you know, using light from a match and stuff.
I have a lamp, sir.
Certainly our country is the same. Can we continue?
Yes, continue.
I don't think either of us are even on screen right now because I'm sharing my screen.
I can see you.
Oh, maybe we're in the corner.
We are.
All right. Make is also a command.
Take also out.
Huh. You were telling the masses to make America great again. See what I'm doing?
I did it the first time. And then make it italics.
Yeah, you didn't make them italics the first time. Rather than saying, you will.
Okay, I see what's going on here. He's saying make America great again. He's telling people to do it as opposed to saying he will do it.
Yeah, that. Maybe that.
Yeah.
And I would go with, instead of rather, I would go with instead here. Oops. Cool.
Yes.
Perhaps that is part of a grander scheme that has not been full realized.
Okay. This is part of a grander scheme that has yet to be fully realized.
How about just
Or yet to be realized. Oh, God, I was still one step ahead of you.
I know. See, you're better editing than I thought. Maybe you're just lazy. Maybe you're
Yes.
destroying the very fabric of existence so that we can see just how deep out so-called democracy goes.
So-called needs a dash and our.
Maybe you're destroying the very fabric of existence. Do we need a comma? So that we can see just how deep out so-called democracy goes.
Okay, can you change you are to your?
Maybe
Maybe you're destroying the very fabric of existence so that we can see just how deep our so-called democracy goes.
what is that?
Now,
Just how deep out?
our, told you to change it to our twice.
Okay.
I guess I asked.
Because I feel like I have no voice. But you wouldn't care about that. I'm just a millennial.
Because I'm just a millennial, and then take out because at the start. Change the because from where it is to next to that. Look, I'm getting better.
You wouldn't care about that. I'm just a millennial. The next word is America.
Look, he's like 100, and all the millennials voted blue. So, meh, yourself.
What's blue is Democrat?
Yes,
I'm a millennial.
I'm not counting you. You're from the South. There I go, doing that again.
That doesn't make any sense at all. Anyway. All right. The next word is America. Though I
Should that be in italics?
Well, if we do that, then I have to go back and do that with every time you said make. Like here.
Yes. Maybe just the first instance, because it's directly referencing like it's breaking it down, so it's coming straight from the slogan. So like the first time make shows up, like right
start with
there.
This?
Yeah.
We're setting a precedence. Imagine if you did this all the first time.
Then I would finish 3 pages every 8 years.
That's not true. Though I pulled realize that this is a nitpick. America is in a place.
What? I just take pulled out, I guess. Pull it. That's weird.
Though I realize that this is a nitpick, America isn't a place. Interestingly, Mexico is in North America. Brazil is in South America. There's even a magic Central America. That being said, from context clues, I hate this. That you do this a lot. That being said, on the other hand, blah blah blah.
That's how I pad my papers.
Whoops, whoops, whoops. Yeah, you get
Oh, you
stuck.
gave me an F. Jeez.
From context clues, well, I know what you say. That being said, from context clues,
Oh, yeah, there's 2 of them.
from context clues, I can infer you didn't mean to say that you were going to make the entire Eastern Hemisphere great.
Oh,
From your
God, that's
actions,
awesome.
I can't tell what you're trying to make great.
Okay, that's a beautiful paragraph.
It is now.
It was already slightly beautiful. There's even a magic Central
Cool.
America. Got a chuckle out of you.
Cool. The next word is great, which I also find interesting.
Make it italics.
Great is vague, like really, really vague.
It's ironic.
Saying you're going to make something great is akin to saying you're going to make something blue more blue. What? I see what you're trying to say, but saying you're going to make something great is akin to saying
Saying you're
you're
going to make
going to
something
make
great.
something blue more blue. At first glance, gosh,
Can you change more blue to bluer just to satisfy my inner
blue.
pantser?
How about even bluer?
Ooh, yeah, that's great. Thanks. Not with 2 E's, though, right?
Whoops.
It's not a real word, so. Oh, wow, maybe it is.
At first glance, that seems to make sense. Like, oh, they mean they're going to make something. What? I don't think we need that.
No, take it out. That's why I wanted it taken out.
Like from here?
Actually, no, from at first glance. Yeah.
What's that? Dead babies, I hear. Does that mean you'll make the object a darker blue? Does it mean you'll make it a lighter blue? The problem lies in the fact that there are no parameters for great.
Ah, an actual intelligent thing that came out of my own fingers.
Well, I had to take out the beginning. Should I put it back
It's
so I can show you?
no. See, the problem lies in the fact that there are no parameters for great. Does not sound that much worse. Or it's bluer. I get it. You're a wizard.
I'm not a wizard. It's just you do all these things all the time. There are parameters for better and worse, even if they can be argued. Cool. Fine. Fine. Free college is better, for example. Burning everything you see to the ground,
That's worse.
that's worse. It's a simple comparison against the former state of something. Great in comparison is vague and impossible to calculate. If the country was amazing, then great could mean worse
Oh,
objectively.
that's interesting.
If it were good before, then you probably made it better by making it great.
Huh. I like this thing about great. The part about great is probably the best part. Such magical Central America.
I'm glad you believe in yourself. Lastly, there's again.
Take lastly out. I get it. Then there's again. Just do it that way.
No.
Just do it.
Lastly's fun. Again, like success isn't mostly a forward progress. Again, like what does that mean? Again,
I think what's going on here is that it's saying like saying again doesn't make sense because success is mostly forward. So how could you do something again when we're always moving forward? What was again?
okay, lastly there's again. Again, like success isn't mostly a forward progress, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm trying to figure out how to say that better.
Isn't mostly. I don't like that.
Actually, just take it out because the next sentence is the same thing. Again implies that the country is no longer great.
Oh, you repeated yourself.
Kind of. I repeated my idea.
What a surprise. Again implies
Hey, I said it, not you.
again, you take this out, implies that the country is no longer great. Meaning,
Are those crickets?
yeah, cincaded. Meaning, your aim is to make something better, but you seem to make things worse. In fact, the entirety of this slogan is hollow. It implies that the audience should make America great again. That the audience, right?
Actually, that's not being used as a slogan there. I'm just saying that's not the. I mean, it is the slogan,
Well,
but
it's more for eyes, man. I know, but it's more for eyeballs. You can't force anything. You can't build something pre-existing. Great is intrinsically nothing, and again is just the catch-all. That's
should
good.
catch all have a dash in it?
Maybe, maybe not. Again, I believe in doing levels. So, I'm gonna do the first pass on this, the second pass, and the very last pass, and it's gonna go through at least two more hands between me and me.
Oh God, that next sentence is fresh.
What you're actually playing into here is the toxic nostalgia that racist baby boomers still want to clutch onto.
Jesus.
Not to say this is the baby boomers' fault as a generation, it is, or that they are all racist, they are not. But that this
Oh
isn't,
wow.
but that yours isn't a slogan, or
No, I'm.
this one.
It's pointing out that this isn't a slogan. Like
Okay,
being a racist, holding on to toxic
but
nostalgia.
these aren't slogans.
Yes, there. That's good because it's two. I
Yeah,
guess it's
there's
two thoughts.
clarity there. This is a call to arms.
Hey, can you take actually out too at the start of the sentence
Wow,
or paragraph?
you're like evolving.
Yeah, well, that happens when you talk about racist baby boomers.
This is a call to arms, and we've seen the repercussions of it.
What is it? Wait. In this sentence, it implies the repercussions of a call of arms.
I know.
Call to arms, sorry.
White nationalists, people who call themselves Nazis, and hate-inspired shootings have come up more than ever. I'm so glad you believe in the Oxford comma. At least you have something going for you. Because of a four-word sentence. How about this is due to your four-word sentence, or this is because
Yeah, because of your forward sentence.
about all because.
Sure. Sorry, I was just thinking about how it's funny we're dissecting this, but I couldn't really remember Hillary's slogan. Was it keep moving forward?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Am I saying you created Nazism? No.
Hitler did that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's really fascism. Well, I mean, a form of fascism. I don't know if Nazism is like a thing. Am I saying you created Nazis? How
How
about
about white nationalist? Okay, sure.
it's a cool sentence. Am I saying you created the Nazis? No. Am I saying that you are worse than that and that you are clearly supporting them? Oh, hell yes, he says.
Jesus.
You're really showing your cards here, aren't you?
Well, you told me to write this letter. I didn't know I was going to be put on the stake and burned in this witch hunt, which I referenced earlier.
This witch hunt has nothing to do with the content of your letter. It has to do with the quality of your writing.
You published these things.
I haven't published this one yet.
Hell is a place, sir.
Lock me up for it. I'm not about to forgive you for not even mentioning the Holocaust on Holocaust Memorial Day. So is if you're gonna you capitalize hell, but you didn't capitalize Holocaust Memorial Day.
I think actually Holocaust should be capitalized too, because it's like it's because it's a
You are
pronoun of a proper event.
you are the kind of person that writes a book about a deal with the devil.
Twice.
There's only one.
Oh yeah. Look, at least I mentioned Holocaust Memorial Day.
And choosing to talk about your TV show ratings. Okay, let's step back for a second. I'm not about to forgive you for not even mentioning the Holocaust and Holocaust Memorial Day and choosing to talk instead about your TV show ratings.
I don't understand. Why shouldn't that just say I'm not about to forgive you for not mentioning the Holocaust and
And
Holocaust
choosing to
Memorial
talk
Day?
about your TV show ratings instead. Is that what he talked
Yeah.
about?
Yes. He talked about the Apprentice and how he didn't really like Arnold replacing him.
Apparently, you may not need a comma there.
Why don't you change it to instead choosing to talk about your TV ratings instead of putting instead at the end?
Instead, at the end is kind of nice sometimes.
True.
You've just been giving racists more power, more and more.
I
And
mean,
what?
oh damn, my cards are being shown hardcore right there.
You are worse than Hitler. I don't know, man.
I'm not gonna defend myself here. I mean, Hitler at least made Germany okay for like 10 months.
It was longer than that, but
At least 10 months, I said. At one point
you said
during the
10 months.
war. No, I said at least 10 months.
All right.
You can't change the quality of the letter. You
No,
can definitely.
I don't change the spirit of the letter, man. I'm that's why I took my big sigh there. I just took a big sigh. That's all. Sorry, I'm not really sorry. The thing about Adolf Hitler is that he was smart. His goals were clear and he spoke as a leader.
That's
Effectively,
true.
effectively what I'm saying is
Just take out effectively what I'm saying is that.
thank you. I don't need permission.
Basically, anything that
You aren't
takes
smart or
place after
cunning.
that.
You wield
Actually,
hatred like a toddler would wield a gun. You
ooh, that's a
casually
good
point it.
slogan.
Yeah. You casually point it in random directions to take away from the fact that you have no idea what you're doing.
I mean, that's a good visual still.
You're a child with a gun. Didn't you just say that?
Yeah, delete it.
What about that?
Oh, geez, no, just delete it all. Just delete the whole letter. Control A, delete. Sure, why not? Just change it to submarine sandwich.
No.
Oh, okay. A country.
People are afraid to stand up and stop you because a child doesn't always know the repercussions of their actions. Is that why they're afraid to stand up and stop you? Why is there a comma there? How about
Because
period? I'm just going to help you out here a little bit.
Thanks, you're my hero.
I wish that I could run. I wish I felt represented. I wish I had the ability to make wishes come true. As of now, I will make America great.
Oh, because I can't run for president because I'm not 35.
I don't know if it ever was, but I like to think so. Everything, how about just everything I do? I do will be aimed towards bettering, even if that's what you do doesn't.
Why would I do that comparison though? Like the point is, everything I will do will be aimed towards
Thing is,
bettering.
I mean, some of your letters are kind of fun and stuff like that, and have poke some fun at words and word choices. But you haven't really been doing that this much. You've been talking quite literally about word choice, and so I don't see where this fits. This play on words towards the end.
This bottom part.
Yeah, because you're on a roll or something. I will make America great, but I don't know if it ever was. I like to think so. Everything I do will be aimed towards bettering, even if that's you. If it's what you who doesn't. I don't know. I mustn't
Take
take.
out take out the whole paragraph. Again. Do it again.
I'm not rewriting it.
I know. Just take out the whole paragraph. I'm rewriting it. I'm the author of this letter.
At least I know who can be trusted because of you. Uh, what if you just did that?
Actually, can you take out because of you and write now? Oh, I can see. That's why I would write anon at the end, because this is a fresh letter.
Pretty fresh. Now everybody knows about it.
Yep. You completely disrupted the spirit of the phrase anon.
Well, can you go back on camera? So I think we learned something about each other here, huh?
I mean, I learned that I'm evolving.
I learned that you have some capabilities. So nice sewing machine in the background there, buddy. Hope you get to using it. Um, yeah. So I mean, the purpose of this is just so you can see, dear reader and letter writers, just how I nip tuck and kind of fix things and polish things up for you. Look, some of you don't. Some of you need a lot less work than others, but I you know, A.M. Hounchell gave me the ability to go ahead and poke fun a little bit and give him a hard time, but there's no one perfect way to write a letter, and everybody needs some help with their grammar and what they're really trying to say. And usually I can find it. It's kind of fun to do live. Was it fun?
Yeah, of course.
So,
I could finally tell James Patterson I hate him.
all right. Well, thank you very much for participating. We'll see you next time.
Yes, you're all beautiful.
All beautiful.